Welcome back. Across Wales, tighter coronavirus restrictions due to come into force from this evening. Pubs, restaurants and cafes are going to be banned from serving alcohol. They must close up early at 6 o'clock tonight. Becky Johnson sent this update from Monmouth in South Wales. It's following an increase in positive cases across the country.
People are aware that the number of cases of coronavirus are rising in Wales, and so there are some people who agree with this measure, but I think, a lot of people are not very happy about it, particularly in the run-up to Christmas. Look, here we are in a pub from 6 o'clock this evening. This bar will be dry, as will bars right across Wales. They will not be allowed to serve alcohol at all, and all premises will have to be closed by 6 p.m. each evening. Now, for many pubs like this one, they've taken a decision just to close completely from 6 o'clock. They say it's simply not worth it to open when they can't serve alcohol with lunch. They say that they simply just won't get the customers in. Let's chat to a couple of people, come in for a pint, one of the last ones you'll get in a pub in Wales for a while. What do you think about this move?
To be honest with you, I think it's a bit of a silly move compared to like England and Wales being on the border, with the two different rules. I mean, the pub industry up to Christmas, this is people's jobs, lively and everything else. With England being up the road, you can go for a pint. So literally, phones still away, you can go for a pint, but you can't here. So it's not actually a change in anything personally in the area, and with the area we're in, it's not a high risk at the moment, as far as I'm aware of in this area. So I don't personally think it's a good idea to shut the pubs, because this is people's livelihoods at the end of the day and their businesses and everything else.
That's the thing, because we are just a stone's throw away on the border from Gloucestershire, where the pubs are open. So do you think most people will just be going over there for a drink instead?
I think people will certainly try it. As you say, being 1.5 miles away from England, from the border, people will do it. It just seems a bit strange that restaurants can serve food but they can't serve alcohol. Is that going to affect coronavirus? I don't think so. I can see why then it's trying for the younger generation who will go out, but I think they'll just end up house parties and stuff with that. And would I have done the same when I was younger? I'm not sure, but the rules just do seem very, very odd.
All right, well, listen, thanks very much. Enjoy that pint. The last one you'll get in Wales for a little while. Look, the First Minister has defended this. The Conservative opposition here in Wales describing the decision to impose these restrictions on hospitality as a hammer blow to the industry in the run-up for Christmas. But listen to what the First Minister, Mark Drakeford, said about why they did it and, importantly, about financial assistance that will be available.
Difficult as these new restrictions are, they simply bring Wales into line with those areas of Scotland that face similar challenges, and indeed they are less restrictive than those faced by similar areas in England. And to help with all of that, we are providing a £340 million package of support to help businesses through this difficult period. And that includes a £180 million package of funding expressly for the hospitality and tourism sectors.
Look, it's only just over 3 weeks since businesses in this country were allowed to reopen after that 17-day so-called firebreaker lockdown. Businesses opened with some fanfare because they thought, having had that lockdown earlier in the year, that they would then get a clear run of being open up until Christmas. But the numbers of cases have risen too rapidly for that. The Welsh Government said it had no choice but to act.
Becky Johnson there in Wales for us. A quick look at the weather.